Responses to the recent Samaritans report, which recorded a disparity in suicide rates across all local authorities.
Minister Maureen Watt.
Presiding Officer, any death by suicide is a tragedy. Sadly, the link between deprivation and risk of suicide is well known, as is the variability of suicide rates from one locality to another. We will take this report's recommendations into account, including placing emphasis on inequalities as we develop a new suicide prevention strategy for publication early next year. In Scotland, although suicide rates are higher than average in the most deprived areas, it is important to recognise that this inequality gap has narrowed over the past decade. Scotland's overall suicide rate has fallen by 18% over the last decade or so, and the number of deaths by suicide in 2015 was the lowest in a single year since 1974. From our discussions with a range of stakeholders, including Samaritans, it is clear that there is a perceived need to refresh and invigorate local suicide prevention action. This will vary from area to area, depending on local circumstances and local needs. This is something to which we will pay particular attention in the development of a new suicide prevention strategy.
Greene.
I thank the Minister for that response. The Samaritans report highlighted that a person living in a deprived area was 3 times more likely to commit suicide than someone living in an affluent area. In my own region, Inverclyde has the highest rate of suicides in any local authority in Scotland. But the causes and reasons for suicide are varied. For example, figures released by the Thai campaign last year showed that a quarter of our LGBTI community had attempted suicide at least once, a statistic which shocks and deeply saddens me. So can I ask the Government what actions it will take to better identify and improve outreach with people both in high-risk areas but also high-risk categories?
Minister.
I thank Greene for his question. He raises a very important part that a suicide prevention strategy should take into account all those different activities and these different problems in each and every area, not just in terms of the area, but also in terms of local groups, including the LGBTI community, whom we know suffer from particular mental health problems, an issue which will be addressed in the mental health strategy, but will also be taken forward in the suicide